Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're back with part 2. That's right, we burning the candles on both ends tonight. We doing a late night one tonight, but part 2, NXT, this past Tuesday. It's your man, Christopher Burton, the People's Podcaster, with my man,
Yep.
What's
Il
up?
Michael, our special guest, and as you know, my other man,
Harry Bernard Taylor.
Yeah, so we holding it down, man. We brought Hill on. He's one of our viewers, and Hill, it's great to have you on, man. As we see, man, your background, you are a wrestling fan through and through. There's no doubt about it. Anybody that knows you know that you breathe wrestling of all kinds, from independence to the major leagues. You just wrestling, man. You love it. So tell if anybody don't know, man. Even though I just gave a lot of our fans a basic rundown, say it in your own words, man. Let the folk know who you are.
My name is Heel Carmichael. I'm a big fan of wrestling since 1996. I watched it all from WCW, Ring of Honor, Lucha Libre, AAA, MOW, FMW, ECW, even Lucha Underground, and All Japan Wrestling. Well, of course, All Japan Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you show me wrestling, I watch it, and yeah, and like all my list of wrestlers from AJ Styles, Jazz, New Jack, Balls Mahoney, the Dudleys, the Bullet Club, not Bullet Club, no, Bullet Club, Bullet Club. There we go, Bullet. DX, NWO, from Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels to Owen Hart, just incredible. Even Time and Dreamer, Raven, Taz, Shane Douglas, Edge, Jay White. I mean, I gotta list the whole name, but I'm just a hardcore wrestling fan through and through, and I still watch to the day I die. That's how I am.
Yeah. Sound like me the way I used to be back in the day. So, but yeah, man, it's great to see a young person still have that heart for wrestling that long. I mean, it kind of matches Chris. Actually, I think you kind of override what Chris.
He does
over the years. And you know,
I got a leg up on him. I'm actually in the business. That's the only leg up I got on him.
Well,
that's the only leg up I got on him.
But as far as a fan go, anything that was wrestling related back when I was your age, Hill, I think around the time I stopped actually watching, I was maybe a year older than you. But around that time, anything that was wrestling related back in those days, back in my day, was we didn't have the wrestling belts. You couldn't get your hands on wrestling belts like you can now.
Yeah, those out of cardboard.
So you wrestling.
I'm being serious, man.
We would cut it out of cardboard, and if you had somebody that was in the neighborhood, like my brother, he was a great artist, man. He drew up great belts, and you had some other guys, man, that was in the neighborhoods and stuff like that, man. That just made some excellent belts, excellent titles. You had actual guys, man, who were kids and stuff like that, would wrestle for these titles and stuff. Man. It was great, but these titles look like the real thing, man. You get a cardboard box from maybe a grocery store or something like that, and you cut it out, and then you had somebody that was an artist, man, that would draw and color these belts, these titles, man. Sometimes we took them to school and things like that, and they actually look like the real deal. And I wish, I wish some of these artists, man, would, especially my brother, man, would just get back into that. If he saw what was going on today with this, because I know he doesn't follow wrestling, which he got me into wrestling. I started watching in '74 when I was like seven years old. So I watched for a long time up until up until around 2001 when WCW went down. And like I said, I was so despondent. I didn't want to have anything else to do with wrestling. And I stayed away from it pretty much over the years. But I was like you, man. Anything that was related to wrestling, I bought. I bought every wrestling magazine that came on the stand. I used to watch like 4 or 5 different shows. We didn't have as many cable channels as we have now. We didn't have the streaming services and things like that. But I found a way to where I could, if I didn't watch it, I found I had cousins and things like that who lived up north, I had some on the West Coast, and they would send me tapes, man, CDs. I would buy this stuff and send them things so they could send the things back to me. So I watched everything I could as far as wrestling went. Anytime a wrestler came into the Mid-Atlantic area or came down when WCW was first starting, when it was Jim Crockett Promotions or when it's Georgia Championship Wrestling coming down to Florida, it didn't matter who it was. I heard of them, or I knew about them, or I had seen them before. So, I had a very vast knowledge of wrestling. So, man, what you're doing is a great thing. And tell you the truth, I hadn't really met too many people who can match the intensity that I had for wrestling, as far as how much connection that I wanted to have with it, until maybe I met Chris, and we had a friend named Dre, that a guy named Earl Andre Young. Actually, his name's Earl Andre Young. You kind of matched Dr. Dre, so he wanted to be called Dre. We called him Dre.
Yeah, right.
And him and Chris pretty much had a lot of that same spirit. So us three used to hang out, man, and we watched.
We were thick as thieves, man. Thick as thieves.
And we watched every pay-per-view that ever came out, man. I mean, that came out between WCW and WWF back then, and changed to WWE. But we stuck, and anything that came out independent or whatever, anything that we got to see, ECW or whatever, we will be on it. We will be on it, and we knew exactly what was going down. Anytime that somebody came in new into the territories and people didn't know. And man, I like I say, man, you add a lot to the show. You had a lot of pizzazz, man, with your belts and all that thing behind you, and just having you on. It's a special night. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this NXT, man, and like I say, hey, you're welcome to chime in, man, at any time. Anytime on what you think, man. So let's go ahead and move on to the first match. It was Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa versus who was that? Pete Dunne and Oni. What's that? What's his name?
Oni
Lorcan. Yeah.
I didn't get to see the first match because I was at work. What was it? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I actually had got off work late because I went in at 1 o'clock thinking I'm going to get off about 6 or 7.
Okay.
I'm there about 20 minutes. My boss is like, I don't feel too good. Oh, by the way, you closing tonight.
Yeah, you tell me about it.
I ended up staying 1 to 8. And I'm like, well, damn. Okay. So y'all got to fill me in because I missed that. I didn't catch it till about midway in the show.
Okay. What you think about that match, Hill?
It was a good match. Both styles was stiff. Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy, they bring their style to it. Pete Dunne, he do his thing. It was a great technical tag team match.
Right.
Grammy. It was slow paced in a good way.
Had that old school feel to it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's like the vibe from all four of them. It was none of those high flying style. It was like straight up grounded tag team match. Like back in the.
That's your kind of wrestling right there, Harry. Harry like that kind of wrestling where you put somebody in a wrist lock for 45 minutes, and that's all you got them in. Just don't do nothing. Just a wrist lock for 45 minutes, and then about 46 minutes you put them in a headlock for 18.
To tell you the truth, Chris. After a few weeks after I got back into this, that actually bored me at first. But now I've gotten back to where I'm liking it. It actually bored me at first because all I saw was acrobatic moves and all the acrobatic moves and everything. So I was like, man, and when somebody got in the arm bar and the thing slowed down, man, I'm like, what? This is boring, man. What are they doing? So my mindset had to get back to old school technical wrestling, man. Yeah. And this kind of match it was. And I've seen, like I say, I've seen Ciampa and Thatcher for the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I've gotten familiar with them, man, which I thought was a very good tag team. But Pete Dunne and Oni Lorcan, they were good. But what shocked me is the way, like Timothy Thatcher, who I think is a very good wrestler, but I think he kind of got overmatched in this match, man. They pretty much took advantage of him, in my opinion, man. I was like, wow, and man, and yeah, they pretty much took it to him. I think Tommaso Ciampa, man, he pretty much carried the match for his team. But and then who was this Rich Holland guy, man, who came in at the end of the match? He came in, he interfered in the match, right? Hill.
Yes, he did. He did interfere in the match, cost the match, and Pete Dunne and Owen, they walk away with a dub. He used to wrestle NXT UK, I remember, and then he came over to NXT. I think he was out for the injury, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, he out for the injury because I haven't watched NXT UK that much. But he came back and he partnered up with Pete and Orne, and now all three of them work together. And to be honest, it's look good. It's not the British strong style where Pete and the Mustache Mountain, but is totally like that. They got that vibe, and those three trio is really, really dangerous. So I can't wait to see what's next for these three guys.
Right. Rich is his body, man, he has a nice body. You could tell that he's I could tell just by looking at him and his confidence and everything. Like, he's a very good wrestler. I never saw him before, but yeah, he interfered in this match, and like I say, only Lorcan and Pete Dunne got the win. But I think I don't know if they would have won the match or not, because it was pretty much even match. And like I say, it was pretty much back and forth. But
it's not like a good match. I hate that I missed it, man.
Yeah, Rich came in and he kind of like changed the thing. He kind of like upped the ante a little bit, and Lorcan and Dunn got the win. I can't remember exactly what happened. Can you remember exactly what happened as far as how they got the win? I can't remember exactly what happened there, but
I want to say it was like a roller pin. I try to remember, but it was like a roller pin. I remember he got in a submission hold type, and then he might tap out if I remember.
But I know. I think they did. I think he did. Maybe tapped out Thatcher. I mean,
Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa was outside.
Yeah, they was pretty much putting it to Timothy Thatcher. But either way it go, like you said,
you told me Thatcher tapped.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. They ran the gauntlet on him, man.
Wow. Because and the reason I say that, because here you can testify to this. You've seen NXT when Thatcher was going on this little learning kick,
right?
Teaching people his style of wrestling, and he was getting like just some wrestler that's in training or whatever, and he would stretch the hell out of him. And then he would go into this Lion's Den match or whatever, like some kind of Lion's Den cage match or something.
Pit fight.
Yeah, the pit fight kind of thing. And he's a tough joker, so for him to tap, man, that's saying something there, boy.
Man, I'm just saying, he didn't. I mean, he looked good in the match, Chris, but not as good as I've seen him. I was shocked, kind of.
Wow.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I was shocked.
Wow.
But I think Thatcher and Ciampa, they're gonna be back. So
yeah.
They're gonna have another chance, man. And Thatcher, he's gonna redeem himself. But overall, man, I gave that match a 3.5. What you think about it, Hill? I mean, that's a 3.5 star. I mean, C+ match.
I would give him a B-. It was a good technical tag team match. It's a start, so I'm not too worried. I'm not putting the panic button on the tag teams. It is good storytelling, so I expect to see a little bit more with these all 5 guys now.
Right.
So it's a story. It's a good storytelling from NXT.
Okay.
So I expect to see more next week.
So you basically gave it almost a 4. I gave it a 3.5, but since you I just now thought about that. You said these 5 guys, and I remember Rich Holland, and that kind of brought it up, and it intrigued me a little bit more about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4 too. I'm gonna give it a 4 myself. So Straight Up Wrestling Show, we'll go ahead and go with a 4 on that.
Hey, I was looking at the comments, man, and Jeanette said that at one time she almost made me a championship belt.
Oh man, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad she's still in there. Checking us out, man.
Yeah. Hanging tough with us, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Okay, then Samoa Joe, he got what he wanted. He came out there and he brought William Regal out. And Chris, I don't care what you say, he's still Lord Steven Regal to me. He actually called himself Stephen William Regal at one time.
Ooh, WCW.
He did. WCW. He called himself Stephen William Regal at one time. So, but yeah, came out there, signed the contract. I mean, he came out there and Joe laid down the things that he wanted. He said, this is what I want from you. It was 3 things. He said, I want to be reinstated. I remember that. He said he wanted to be reinstated. And he said, secondly, I think it was the second part. He wanted to wrestle Karrion Kross at the next pay-per-view.
NXT is what? NXT TakeOver
36.
36?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know something.
What was the third stipulation? I think he said he didn't want to have any more.
I think that's only 2. Like either fire me. No, either reinstate me and fight Karrion Kross or fire Karrion Kross.
Right.
Because
that was one of them. That was the first one. The next 2. Yeah. And he said, he said, William, I don't want you to fire Karrion Kross. But yeah, and then the next 2, it was like he wanted the first 2 things that I said. So
he really put him in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. Well, William went ahead and he seemed like he was reluctant at first because he wanted to keep Samoa Joe in the reins of being an executive or being to where they can use him.
Yeah.
Other things, but he was like, I understand what you're saying, and I would like for you to get revenge, not just for me, but for yourself, because you're being disrespected by Karrion, and you need to go and show him what you know and show him where you stand. So William looked like he was kind of like glad to.
Now, I'm going to ask y'all this.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Since he put down that stipulation, what happens after NXT, after TakeOver with Karrion Kross? Because he's already doing matches here and there on the main roster. So what's going to happen? They're going to keep him working both shows, or what do y'all think is going to happen?
I'll say this: his reputation is already damaged.
Right.
He lost to Jeff Hardy, who was wrestling in main event, the show that nobody even watched. I didn't even know this still exists.
Unless you're there live, because they tape it before Raw.
Right.
Exactly. And nowadays, you was an NXT champion and you lose to Jeff Hardy, and what made it worse, and I don't want to give too much away, they had to tape the segment over when they start chatting Hardy name when Karrion Kross do a promo.
Oh wow.
That's the first time ever in NXT history they had to tape things over. That's bad on Karrion Kross, and that's bad on NXT brand. So if I'll put that on Wrestling God, that's what happened.
While this man was out there trying to do a promo,
yes,
they were chanting for Jeff Hardy.
Yes, and guess what? The NXT crew tell them, like, look, we got a surprise. Just stay a little bit longer. They lied to them. They had to make them wait and redo the whole thing over. So when you see Karrion Kross cut a promo and you hear no Hardy chant, that's your edited version.
Oh man.
So to add to that second part of your question, Karrion Kross is going either Raw or SmackDown. And I will say this. He got till, let me see, it's July, so August after SummerSlam. He got till after Mania or summer to wear a championship. Because if Karrion Kross don't win no championship, but next year he's a flop. Because right now is either be a champion or a bust. Because you ain't got no Scarlet. You got no Scarlet by your side.
No, they took her away.
Right.
Well, so now So now it's all pressure on him. But he go to main roster after this match with Samoa Joe and take up NXT Takeover 36. So main roster, and it's on him.
Okay,
I believe that.
So I propose this now.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to the main roster. We already know this to be fact. At some point, he's going full time, full steam ahead. He's going. My question is now, who gets the belt?
The NXT belt?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because you ain't going to the main roster with that belt.
No.
Samoa Joe.
So he's gonna be 2 times.
Yeah, along with Finn, Nakamura, and I want to say Adam Cole, but he only won a title once.
Yeah, he won it once, but he was the longest reigning.
Yeah, longest reigning, yes. So that means you just brought him back, a former NXT guy, to become a 2-time champion. That's a big red flag. And you're supposed to trust your own roster. So you had to bring something back.
Look, I don't like that, man. I see it playing out. I see it playing out like that. And I don't think Karrion is going to be very good on the main roster. I hate to say it because I really like him. He became one of my favorites, man. I mean, he probably was my favorite in these last couple months that, since I started back really watching wrestling. So I really liked him, man. But after he lost that match, man, the Hardy, man.
And then Jeff cheated.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still, man.
Golly. That's like literally taking a butcher knife, chopping off your arm, and taking a big old thing of salt and just pouring it on the wound.
Yeah. And Karrion, man, he's gonna have to fight to get back to respectability. And plus, man, he's not as impressive as far as his stature, his size. He's not that impressive, man, up there on the main roster.
I don't know if it's the camera angles or what, but he looked like a monster in NXT.
Yes.
When he was standing next to Jeff, he looked like
he didn't look big at all.
Junior in high school versus a senior in college.
Yeah, he didn't look big at all, man. So
I'm like, I've stood next to Jeff. I've stood next to Jeff Hardy. And I'm like, that's got to be camera angles because Jeff ain't that damn big.
Yeah, and if Jeff
was not that big, I've seen Jeff.
If Jeff was
next to him,
if Jeff was a tailback, man, he would have bowled up. And he was a tailback, and if a Karrion Kross was a defensive end, Jeff would run through him.
And I'm like, I don't know, man,
but I'm serious. That if Jeff got up at a full head of steam, I believe he could run through him, man, because he did not look that much bigger than Jeff Hardy.
Jeff was bigger than him.
Yes. Well, I
was like, that's got to be because Jeff does not look that big.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, back then he was Killer Cross. He used to fight in blood sport where like there's no ring, no turnbuckle. You win by a knockout or submission. Killer Cross, he was great in Impact. He was great in MLW. NXT, I was worried, but he came through. But we come to Raw. What made it worse, and then I guess we're gonna move forward. What made it worse is you hype this man up, all the package, talking about he's a killer, he destroyed everybody, he choked out Keith Lee, and then you lose in a minute and 23 seconds by a roll up, and then you try to then you face Keith Lee next week and beat him. Your credibility is screwed, it's shot.
Now I would respected him more if he would have beat Jeff. Okay, if he would have beat Jeff and possibly lost against Keith, I can see that. That makes a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to win on your debut, you want to,
right?
But when you lose against Jeff, and all credit to Jeff, Jeff's got all kind of credentials. We know all this. You lose against Jeff. And then Jeff cheats. And they built you up to be, like Hill said, this killer, this monster. You lose, and then you already come out the next week and wrestle a deflated shell of a man, which is Keith Lee.
Right.
Okay. Next match, because this. Oh my God, I'm getting depressed thinking about this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I did say something about you know, okay, yeah, title match. You know, I said, you know, Joe's gonna get that title match, which I don't believe he should get. But hey, it's gonna happen.
Why?
Huh?
Why? I want to hear this.
Because man, I just don't. I think he should have to run through. I think he should have to, you know, run through the talent to do it. And we know he can do it. But I mean, I just don't. Just like what Hill was saying at the beginning. Hill said, you know, they brought him back to become, you know, a champion again. But I'm just not into these. I'm not into where you bring somebody in like they bring in Goldberg in there to beat Lashley. I mean, not to wrestle Lashley. Say if he came in and he won that match. This man has been sitting at home for I don't know how long.
Man, they'll burn that arena down, man.
Even though like
Goldberg wouldn't leave that arena alive, boy. Somebody had that red dot on that joke. As soon as he walked through them doors, pop! Ain't no.
This ain't GCW where Matt Corner beat Nick Gage. That's real hate. That's hatred.
Yeah, they threw trash in the ring of that joke, boy.
That's hate. They ain't gonna do nothing. Well, now the theater, they put a show SummerSlam in theater. Now that you're gonna show hate.
Yeah. But moving on. But like I said, you know, it's not saying that, you know, I know Joe he's worthy of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's definitely worthy of it. And he's one of the top wrestlers in the business, man. He's been for a long time. But I'm just saying, I would like to see him have a nice run and through the competition. You know, whoever's you know in the top 10, give him a few top contender matches, man, and let him move his self back up like that. But we know they ain't gonna be able to do that because Karrion is gonna be gone. So if he just up and left, the title will be vacated, and then they have to run through a tournament or something like that to get the title. So you know,
and that would kill the whole storyline.
Yes, it would. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next match was okay. This was Carmelo Hayes versus Josh Briggs. This Carmelo Hayes. I mean, this is all on that breakout tournament thing.
I missed this one too. I missed that one too.
That's Chris. Okay.
Y'all got to fill me in on this one.
It's Carmelo Hayes. No, first I'm gonna ask Hill, what you think about the match, man?
I love the match. Carmelo Hayes.
You know these jokers pretty well. You know.
Yeah. Carmelo Hayes. He impressed me a lot. He came through way before the breakout tournament.
Right.
If you don't know what breakout tournament, it's kind of like Ring of Honor, Survivor of the Fittest.
Right.
So it's kind of like that format. For this tournament, I mean, I love all. But Carmelo Hayes, that's the guy I'll focus on. He came through before the tournament even started. He debuted his match. So he's a guy I really like. The other guy, Woods, Josh Woods.
Josh
Bridges, yeah. He impressive too. I like his style. I think we see him more in NXT, even though he did take a loss. I like to see more of him. I think he'd be great adding to the NXT roster.
Yeah.
Hayes, I can see him go forward. I think he got a bright future in NXT. I can see him do big things, even go for the NXT Cruiserweight title afterwards if he wins.
Very athletic, only 190 pounds, and I think this Briggs guy had to be close to 300 if he wasn't. But he's a huge guy. But you know, I just said, you know, good match for two young guys in the business. You know, I was very impressed with Carmelo, and I look forward to seeing him and Duke Hudson down because he's about to fight Duke Hudson, about to wrestle him, and I look forward to seeing that match. I think they wrestling against each other next week. Duke Hudson, you know, remember Duke Hudson, right, Chris? He's the other guy that won. He won the week before in the breakout.
Oh, he beat my man with the jacket.
Yeah, he beat the Asian jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on with it, man, because I know that struck a nerve.
I hate it. They should let that man win. I'm like, come on, he wrestled with a jacket. A jacket, bro. That's genius. I hope they keep that man. I love that man, but. We lost. I'm like, I ain't put this way until LeBron James lost in the first round of the playoff. That's how I felt. That's how I felt, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Like, come on. But yeah,
he came from New Japan too, right?
Um, you know what? I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not sure. You know what? I might check him out. He might be either from New Japan World, no, Strong World, or I want to say DDT Pro Wrestling. It's one of them twos, but he looked familiar.
okay, because I was like, if he came from New Japan, he's got to be like one of the young boys. He got to be like an up and comer in New Japan because I've never really seen him unless he be like on a dark match or something on New Japan or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
But that whole jacket thing, I ain't gonna lie, that threw me.
Yeah.
I was thinking he gonna take it off, and I'm like, he still got it on. I'm like, what?
And,
It just threw me off. I was like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, this Hayes
hmm.
guy, man, is very athletic. Carmelo Hayes, very athletic, man. And this Josh Briggs, man, you know, he's a powerhouse. But like I said, either one of these guys, man, they should move forward. They both of those guys were really impressive and bring a lot to the brand. If NXT keeps both of them, if WWE employ both of them, I think it'll do well for them. And NXT, they can do something special there. And like I say, Hayes, Carmelo Hayes, you know, going for this. I think he'll do well going for the NXT the junior heavyweight title. Or like I said, he'll do well in a tag team with somebody, man. But yeah, he was very impressive. So I'll get that match a 3.5. What about you?
Um, it was a dope match. It was great. Different styles. I give it a B. I give it a strong B.
Okay, 4 star. Okay, and I gave it so okay, 3.5 and a 4. Chris, what you think? What you think we should do? You think we should just go ahead and bump it up to a 4? I mean, it was a good match.
It sounds like a good match. I'm gonna have to go
Really,
back and watch it. Like I said, I missed the first two because I was at work.
it was good.
I say bump it up to a 4. If I
Yeah,
take y'all's word for it,
yeah. I
I'll
mean,
Yes.
bump it up to a 4. I
right,
just take your word for it.
right. The only thing, like I say, you know, you could tell the guys hadn't, and I kind of took away a little, a small point away from it because, like I say, you could tell the guys hadn't worked with each other
That
a
much,
lot,
yeah.
but their talent, kind of overshadowed that.
But
But
yeah, that's why you judging like you in the Olympics or something. Boy, you,
I,
boy, you be taking points away. Like man, this
good
ain't
man,
boxing,
Chris.
man. I'm
Hey, Chris.
deducting a point.
Hey, this is your fault, man. You the one who started taking me out. You the one who started taking me out to real places to see real wrestlers. I mean, to see them when they get together and perform the match before the matches. I never done that until I got with you. Took you start when you started working out, man, in the ring and stuff like that. Back in the day when you was in your early 20s, man.
Yep,
I was like 19, 21, 22,
yep, yep.
and you training, man. And I'm saying so I started looking at the semantics around the match, man. Like, okay, you know, hey,
Hey, I had to pull back that, take you behind the curtain, man. Let you see
yeah.
what,
So
see the real wizard.
yeah, so now, man,
Oh Lord.
so now I look at what happened before the match. I didn't used to do that. So, you know, I used to look at the match, man, and just be like, but now, man, I'm like, okay, man, these guys didn't work this thing out before they got in there. That's the wrong way to look at it, man. So, but
You know what, man? You know what, man? That's how I look at matches now to myself.
right, I know.
Because when you in the
Mm.
business, man, you see it from a whole nother angle.
Yeah,
You try to watch it as a fan. You do. You try your hardest. But if a match doesn't catch your attention right there and just hold it and just take you on that ride from the jump, but if it's a slow build, you be like, okay. He could have put that a little bit. He could have did that and did okay. He didn't work that, but he came back and okay. You dissect it when it's a slower match. But if that match don't catch your attention right then and there and take you on that ride, it really doesn't hit the fan. It makes you really look at that match.
yeah,
As a fan, I would tell y'all this. I cried. The only two match I ever shed a tear was Kota Ibushi and Tatsuya Naito G1 Supercard in New York when he won the Intercontinental Championship, and I think Rich Swann defeat Eric Young for the Impact Championship. that threw me off. I didn't expect to cry on that one, but that's the one time I shed a tear.
Right.
When you made me shed a tear, that's the best match. You made me, jumping, hooping, and hollering, like what the fuck? That's that type of thing for New Japan or Impact or any other wrestling show. That got me hyped. Now some matches be like, okay, that's pretty good, or something like, ooh, let me just hop on my PS5. That type of thing. But but if it don't have that emotional impact, that emotional grab you, like it make you want shed a tear, then it's just a regular match. It just is a regular match. It doesn't have that emotional investment into it.
Right.
I can pull. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Okay. I can pick out the most emotional match I've seen. It's had to be Okada versus Kenny Omega, 2 out of 3 fall match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in Dominion. That match was heavily emotionally invested. It was one of the most emotional matches I've seen. Next to it, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. That was the opposite. What's the old saying? Enjoy the ride. That was the most cringiest ride I ever seen. Because I felt sick. I was happy it was over. The Coffee Mania shit. I mean, ooh, damn. The Coffee Mania stuff.
Oh, you good? You can cuss on here.
Oh, okay, cool. But Coffee Mania stuff. So either it's good or bad. As long as you invest into it, you're good. You're happy. So that's all about. And people look different. If you're in the business, you see different. If you're a wrestling fan, it's different. Now you just a casual fan, it'd be totally different.
Yeah.
You just get into it, it's totally different. So it's a 3 level of it, of the whole thing.
Yeah. And see, that's one of the reasons, like Chris, that's one thing. When we first started doing this, I was looking at it from the business point of view, because I've been in there with you and Michael, going in there and seeing how everything's set up, and did that with you years ago. So I started looking at it from that standpoint. But I had to change my mindset a couple weeks ago, and start watching Raw. I tried to start watching it as a fan. That's why I took the matches to a different point. That's the reason why my scale went up. I started looking at it as a fan, and as a fan, I had to block out the things that I used to didn't like, as far as some of the outside things that was going on with Raw. But man, I started looking at it as a fan again. And I tried to look at it as when I was a young fan and just enjoyed wrestling for what it was. Yeah. But if I critique it and say, okay, I expect this, I expect that, and that's on top of being a fan and expecting a better match, a better product, and plus adding to I've seen how it works in this process. You're not doing it right, man. I'm gonna give it. I mean, I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1.5. I'm gonna give it a 0.5. I'm gonna do that all the time. So I understand exactly where you and Michael coming from when you get upset like that, because that's the standpoint that you're coming from. But you got to remember, some of these people that we are talking to, like we're talking to Hill,
they don't see that.
They don't see that, and they're gonna be like, man, why these guys running it down so much? So we're not running it down all the time. We're giving people a good show. We haven't got a dislike yet on anything like that. But that's what I'm trying to get us at. I want us to look at it, and I know it's hard to do. I want us to look at it, even though you two are in the business and I've seen how the business works. I want to look at it as a fan. So
now I will say this.
Yes.
He was talking about getting on that ride, enjoying the moment.
Right.
One that got me. You were there, Harry. That retirement match. 8 American Pro Wrestling in the cage.
Oh, yeah.
AJ Frost, Tyler Storm.
Man, that was a great match.
Man, dude. I'm doing commentary on that match. Hill. Granted, I know what's going to happen. But I didn't know how the match was set up. I knew the ending. I didn't know what was going to happen during the match. So I'm calling it. And my partner's calling it. And the whole time, I'm literally on that ride, man. I'm about to lose my voice.
Chris was killing it, boy. You was
I
right
was,
behind.
I was in it, man. I was in it,
Yeah.
and
So you was right beside me, actually.
yeah,
Mm.
I was in the moment, man. And I'm like calling the match, and that the fan in me, I had to restrain it, bro. I had to restrain it. It wanted to come out so bad because I was so in it. And then when it was over, I was drained, dude. I was drained.
Yeah. And
I was physically drained. I was like, I felt like I was in there with him. I was like, oh my God. And it got to the point I literally had to give them a standing ovation, man.
yeah. And
Because
one thing,
and I almost cried. I was that close to crying, man. I was like, no, I'm just gonna give y'all up and give y'all standing ovation, show y'all love, man, because I knew personally what one of the wrestlers was going through all the way up until that point. Because honestly, I hope they don't. If they watching, I hope you don't get mad. But it almost didn't happen. The match almost didn't happen because some stuff prior in that day.
Yeah, I remember.
It almost didn't happen.
Yeah, but
and for it to go off the way it did, yeah, it got my whew.
Okay, remember the friend that Michael brought?
Yeah,
I mean that girl, man. She was so impressed that at that
the match.
Well, at Scars and Stripes.
Scars and Stripes. Yeah, Scars and Stripes.
Stripes, the whole thing. Man, she was very impressed. Every match in that, man, went down. I mean, went down great, man. That show was almost a perfect show. And man, I've been going to huge wrestling shows ever since I was 8 years old, man. I've seen some of the best cards you can imagine. With I'm talking 8, 10, 12 legends on those cards. You know, Chief Wahoo Daniel against Ric Flair, Blackjack Mulligan against Paul Jones, the Anderson brothers, man, against Crusher and Bruiser. I've seen, the Road Warriors, the Road Warriors on that card, man, against Bullet Bob Armstrong and Brad Armstrong. I've seen them all. I've seen some great cards. But man, this card, indie card, it was just as good as any. It was one of the top 5 cards I ever seen. And I mean, so
they put it, man. I wish you could have been there, dude.
It was that spectacular. Every match was a cage match. And I mean, and Chris, man, was incredible on the mic, man. Chris was coming off top of his head when he was out there. You know, he was and he interviewed a legend, Chief J Eagle. Man, he was just coming off top of his head. Great thing. But I think nobody really got all the footage of it. Maybe your broadcast.
I hope they did.
I hope he did.
Because man, when I tell you, we built this show up for 3 months. This one show. Because it's around 4th of July weekend, so we dubbed it Scars and Stripes. Every match was a cage match. And man, when I tell you that Saturday, I woke up at 10:45 that morning. I had my adrenaline was pumping from the time I woke up at 10:45. I did not come down off my high until about 2:45 that Sunday morning.
That boy wouldn't even eat, man.
I was
damn.
I was like, man, have you eaten? No, Chris, like, no, man, I'm too pumped to eat.
I was jacked, man. I was. Whoa! I'm getting chills just thinking about it, man. I'm getting just thinking about it, man.
Yeah, I took him, me, and Mila, his daughter.
Yes,
we went and got something to eat after after we got back to Greenville from Spartanburg, and it was after 12 o'clock. It was around close to 1 o'clock, and Chris hadn't eaten, man. I was just like, man, what the heck? I mean, Chris was so pumped up. He said, man, I'm just now coming down, man. But
I was jacked, man. I was jacked.
But I didn't think I did not think that show, man, would actually meet that adrenaline level that you had, man. It
did, man.
It matched it, man. It matched it. So I'm just like, wow. And I'm glad I went to that. I'm glad I went to that show, man. But I got to enjoy wrestling as a fan, man, without the pressure of of putting the number on these guys. What I thought, they done what they could have done better, or he should have did this or he should have did that. Not putting the number on it. I enjoyed it as a fan, and that's the way wrestling should be seen, man. From anybody, from the commentators on down to to the ring announcer, to the referees. We can all enjoy it as a fan, man. I think we can put it back to where it was, and man, in the pre-80s and 90s, man. So,
if I get that DVD, I'm gonna make you a copy and mail it to you because you got to see this, boy. This
it was special, man.
Oh yeah,
special.
I would have watched that one.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. All right. Back to NXT.
Yeah, Chris already he's pumped up talking about it, man. Right. Okay, and then we had Ted DiBiase. He talked to Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes out there on the golf course, and
I did see this.
Yeah, you saw that. So yeah, he's going through all this, going through all these things about, Lance, not Lance, but what the heck? Who's the guy?
L.I. Drake. Oh, L.A. Knight. Damn, L.A. Knight.
Yeah, L.A. Knight, the $1 million champion. He's losing balls in the pond and everything like that. And Cameron, like,
and they were betting on it too.
Yes. And Cameron was laughing at him, man, because he couldn't hit the ball out to the holes and everything. He's getting it all in the pond, you're hitting it in the trees and everything like that. And what's the name? Cameron, he defended him when who's those other two guys that came out, man? They came out.
Young Grizzly veteran. No, young veteran Grizzly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, veteran Grizzle, young Grizzle veterans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Young Grizzle veterans. They're from NXT UK.
Yeah, they dogging him, and and Cameron backed him up, man. But then, like I say, Ted come out, man. He talked to Cameron. He's like, man, what are you doing, man? He like, I'm used to you being a champion, man. You out here, you groveling for this guy and all that, man. So he made him think a little bit. But what do y'all think about that segment? Because, like I say, they went back to it at a couple of times.
Funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I don't think our partner, man. I don't think the Asian sensation think it's funny.
Oh, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't.
He's tired of saying it, man. But I see it for what it is, man. It's just funny. It's hilarious, man.
I enjoyed it a lot. I laugh. Man, that segment. I give NXT all the props. I have not seen one bad segment, not whatsoever.
Yeah,
it was funny. And they built something up between Cameron Grimes and L.A. Knight. They built something up for that. It's kind of like that Ted DiBiase and Virgil back in SummerSlam 91 type of vibe. So that's what I love about that. It's that 91 vibe to it.
Right.
And I love how Cameron broke out the gold golf ball and hit the hole in one, but he took out L.A. Knight, and then he did Eddie Guerrero. He's like, did you see what they did to you?
Yeah.
Yo, did you see that attack? They did it to you.
Yeah,
he was like,
that was like the third time that they showed the segment. It was like the third one, but because they showed it two more times when they on the golf course, and he pulled that. He went back to hit that ball and hit himself in the mid-section, man. And then he was like, they did it. And he was like, y'all did this to me. I'm gonna get you. It was hilarious, man.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I was like, wow, that
was very entertaining, man. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
It made the night, man. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
But and then you had Rich Holland, man. He come out, Rich Holland. I mean, they talked to Rich Holland. One of the announcers, he got him when he was on the outside. And he talked to him, and he said, Rich Holland said Thatcher wasn't the first guy he smashed, and he won't be the last. So he, hey, basically he was putting everybody on notice. So actually he did get involved in that match, and he, like I said, he smashed Thatcher, man. So yeah, I remember that now. So yeah, he got involved in the match. So he said he won't be the last. So hey, we're gonna see, man. And Rich, I mean, he has, man. From what I see, he has the tools to do it, man. He has the tools to come in and do some major damage in NXT here. And what you say, he was in NXT UK?
UK.
Yes.
Yeah, UK.
So
Yeah.
he, I believe he's gonna come over here, man, and he's gonna show what he can do, man. On American soil. So I can't wait to see it.
And then you got your man I put you on a couple of weeks ago, Harry Walter.
Oh, Walter, man, yeah,
Walter Dragunov. Yeah, here I put him on Walter, and I showed him the first Walter Dragunov match.
Man, Walter.
Oh,
Walter's one of the best in the business, boy. Man, Walter is something serious.
Bro, Walter, if you watch him in progress,
yes,
man, he was a killer. But let me tell you something. The first match between Walter and Dragunov,
yeah.
I love Dragunov. That's my favorite boy from NXT UK the earlier day. Because he reminded me of that character from Tekken series. Damn, I forgot old boy name from Tekken series. He's like a Russian vampire type of character. Dragov. I think that's his name. He's from Tekken. But that's what he reminded me of.
Okay.
But I love this character. He might be small, but he can put one hell of a fight.
Yeah.
But that first the NXT UK Championship, their first encounter,
that's
match.
Telling me I gotta see.
That's a match of the year.
That should have been a match. I mean, I've seen some fights in my day, and I've seen some stiff matches, but that was a whole nother level. If they had a cage around that thing, that could have been an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, people, man, when people see this, when they see him at NXT Takeover, man,
especially if you ain't been watching UK and you see what they can do and how this thing going. Oh my God!
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. I was shocked when Chris showed me that, man. I was stunned. I was like, wow, man. So I'm glad that they're bringing it to where the American public can actually watch that, because I guarantee you a lot of people that's actually tuned in that actually that's subscribed to Peacock, man. They're not, and they can get the network that's actually subscribed to the network. They're not watching, they're watching regular NXT. They're not watching UK. So a lot of people still don't know about it. So not here, but man, they will find
just
out.
That deep into it.
Yeah, yes. So it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be special.
And then we have a live audience too. Oh my Lord.
Yes.
God, that's gonna be insane.
Oh damn! Since you brought it up, that's a big question mark. Like, are they gonna give him that lukewarm reaction how they did with Kushida when he first step in the ring, or is it gonna be a big pop? Because last time we see Walter in America soil for the UK title when he fought Pete Dunne.
That was at the studio.
I think NXT Takeover.
That was Takeover. That was the one before they did the North American ladder match. It was the one before that one, wasn't it?
That was in no, that was New Orleans. I'm trying to think. I want to say that was in New York. I think it was New York. NXT New York. Walter Pete Dunne.
New York 3?
That was Brooklyn. New York. I remember. I think it was New York. I could be wrong, because I think it was in New York, because I think that's the time they had to move NXT around a little bit.
Okay.
And that was when Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano for the Bank NXT title.
Ah, yes.
Walter and Pete Dunne for the UK title. That's Walter beat him, and that's what everybody know who he is.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah. But I think the fans probably know who Walter is. But
now, Dragunov, maybe not so much.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So Walter might get a big bump. Who knows? Or well, they both might. I hope. Anyway.
And we got a buddy on, Mr. Asian Sensation. He's back in the house.
All right. What's up, Michael?
What's up, Michael?
Hope you enjoying the show. We got Hill on here with us, and I hope you see the impressive titles that he have behind him. He's a young man. He's 32 years old and has a lot of wrestling knowledge, and a friend of Chris. He's a big. He watches a lot of New Japan. He follows a lot of the indies and in Ring of Honor, Impact, right?
Yes, Impact, Lucha Libre. What else? Like a whole bunch of wrestling company I watch. And I gotta go back and watch New Japan Strong because I think they have a tag team tournament final with the Good Brothers and
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They do. I forgot about Strong. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta catch that tonight. But yeah, I watched all.
Okay, well that's great, man. But yeah, he's been supporting us, and we appreciate him coming on the show. But yeah, let's move on to Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, that segment, man. Did you see that, Chris?
Yes, I did, and
I know you saw Hill, didn't you see that?
Yes.
Yes, man. I did. I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
I was not ready.
I saw it coming, man. When the way she was pumping her up, man, I was just like, something just don't seem right here. I was like, man, something don't seem right. And I'm like, Dakota had that look to where she was like, I want what you have. And, she was a little jealous. And she told her, she said, nothing will ever happen to you. You always be the champion as long as I have your back. Raquel, man, she turned around, threw up her arms and everything like that, man. She's feeling all good. Then it happened.
Try to give you some time.
Yes, this thin girl come up there, man. And hey, Dakota, I have to give it to her, man. The way where she placed that knee, I mean, it was perfect. It was a perfect shot.
Like right in the back of her neck, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. And I mean, Raquel, man, she played that thing great, man. She just fell out, man. And the way she was looking at her as Dakota went out there, man, and it surprised the whole crowd. Everybody was just stunned. And Dakota, man, everybody started cheering for her, man. Dakota. So it was, man, that was amazing right there. I was real surprised. I would like to say, I had a feeling something was coming, but I didn't think she would attack her right there. But she got it right. She got it right then, man.
Yeah, one shot to the face, and now look at it by herself for that match. Hopefully for a takeover. It's gonna be a very interesting match because she's small and old girl, she's big. So it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be a very, very interesting match, I will say. That's all I could think of interesting. But Dakota, she deserved it. And just to think about it, all the women who fought for the NXT title, women title, they're gonna be back in the back burner for a little bit, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just, man, Dakota's gonna have to bring the fight. She's going to bring the fight against Raquel. Raquel is no joke. She's one of the top women in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she's just so physically overpowering. And Dakota, she just don't have that kind of strength, man. So she's gonna have to come up with a lot more. She's gonna have to do a lot of things like that knee. And if she can hit a perfect shot like she did that knee, she hit perfect shots like that, man, she's gonna do well in the match. So yeah. So I look forward to seeing that too. But let's move over to Io Shirai and Zoe Starks. That segment.
This is kind of shocking me because I did not see them start to separate so soon.
Right.
Because they were gelling so well as a tag team, and they were getting along, and it seemed all buddy, chummy, and all of a sudden, I don't trust you.
Yeah,
you ain't my friend. I'm like, where did this come from? What did I miss?
Yeah, they won the titles, right?
Yeah, they tag team champions.
Yeah, tag champions.
Yeah, and Zoe, man, Zoe was like, hey, let's hang out with each other. Let's be more than friends. Let's not just be business associates. Let's not just be, two people that hold these titles. We need to go hang out, be girls and everything like that. Go out and, some boutiques together. Maybe go out and have a salad or something like that together. But, Io like, what? hang out with you. You know, hey, I don't feel you like that. We ain't down like that.
So, yeah, and that's what threw me. I'm like, wait a minute, hey, where did this come from?
Yeah,
it's old school. It's like, how can I compare this? It's kind of like the female version, and I'm showing my age. It's kind of like the female version of 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte type of style.
Right.
That's what got me that vibe. It's giving that vibe, and I like it. It's like it building up a chemistry. Yeah, we a tag team champ, but like, hey yo, I've been doing solo dolo for a long time, and I just know you. So they gonna build something up. It's not gonna be like the Rock and Sock connection. It's not gonna be like Dane Bryan Kane or any other tag team you see. But it's an old school formula you've seen for the men, but it's the first time we see it for the women.
Right.
The only thing come close to it is Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. But for this one, it's a lot better. When I say it's better, Leo Shirai, she been a champ. She been a solo dolo for a long time. For only one, her partner, she just got here. So she got her feet wet, and now that, the only thing we know is she beat Tony Storm. So for them two chemistry, they go and gel together, and they are working together slowly. So it's like a slow burner, but they did it correctly in the NXT style.
Right.
Yeah.
That Zoe, man, Zoe Starks. She's pretty darn good. And of course, Io Shirai is. So I'm just wondering.
Io Shirai, that's my baby right there.
But I'm just wondering.
Io Shirai, boy.
Are they gonna build Zoe up? Maybe they're doing this so that they can build Zoe up after a while and make her a solo star, because she's actually that talented. She has that much skill. But they might hold on to these two and let them be tag team champs for a while, man, and then start gelling. And so, there's a lot of different scenarios they can go with with these two. They can take it to a few different directions. So it's going to be interesting to see which way they go with that. Okay, the next match, man, we had Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter versus Jesse Kamea and Frankie Monet. Chris, what you think about that?
Frankie, now is that Johnny Morrison's wife or girlfriend?
Wife. Them two been married for a long time. I've been following them through Instagram, and them two were a perfect couple. Both win championship in AAA. Both holding it down in Impact Wrestling. Why her freaking Monet? They should have kept the name Tanya Valkyr. I hope I say her name right. Freaking Monet, but she a dope wrestler. I like her. She's a great wrestler. I see big things in NXT.
Okay.
Yeah, she's definitely a good wrestler. Her style is very slow.
It is. She's slow. Yeah. She's methodical. You can see her coming.
And you said that last week. You can see what she's getting ready to do before she do.
Yeah, but I mean, she does have a lot of power. I like Jessie Kamea. I mean, she uses her height very good, very well. But these other two girls, man, they know each other. I mean, they work well together, and they're pretty smooth with the things that they do. But I still was kind of shocked with the outcome of this match. And Casey and Caden, they took it. But for some reason, man, I mean, I'm not putting Frankie down. Like I say, she's good. She's a good wrestler. But I think she should. If anything that she do in a match, I think she should keep it in close quarters. Just like in boxing, like if I fought somebody, when I used to be when I was an amateur boxer, styles make fights. Somebody that was if I had somebody that was quick I had good ring generalship. I was mostly a brawler. But I had a good like lead punch as far as as far as I knew how to keep a person, like, say, if I fought somebody that had the skills of Pernell Whitaker, I knew how to keep them out of the corners where they can get around the ring. So everything that she does, she need to keep these people, the wrestlers that she's wrestling, she need to keep them in, keep them in the center of the ring, and she need to learn ring generalship to where they can't get around her and just run everywhere. And it's gonna it'll make her look better if she done that, because it'll fit her style, and then she won't be, as she coming at everybody, you see everything that she's it's telegraphed, and it doesn't look good, and that brought the match down for me a little bit. So I give it a 2.5. What about you, Chris?
I agree with you, man. Because she's a pretty big girl,
right?
And she definitely, if she didn't telegraph what she was going to do, that would add to her methodicalness.
Right.
Because she's already slow. She uses her power. And she will pull a rabbit out the hat every once in a while and kind of surprise you. But if she just didn't telegraph so much, that would definitely help her.
Right.
But overall, the match, it was what it was. It wasn't just like mind-blowingly over the top. I give it a 3.
Okay. I can roll with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Frankie. Yeah, she's thick.
Yes.
I'll say that.
We keeping it straight up.
Yeah. He's a looking man, but he's but yeah, she slowed down a little bit. She didn't get that quickness as seen it when she was in Impact and Triple A, but slow pace, a little bit wobbly, I may say.
Yeah.
I give it 3. I give it 3.
Okay. All right. Okay, then. Okay, we'll go ahead and go. I'll go ahead and bump it up to a 3, because it's.
And what you originally give it?
I gave it a 2.5, but like I say, I took away. I actually originally had it at a 3, but I took away 5 points because Frankie was actually
that boxing boy.
No, hey, like I say, man,
I swear to God, you think you Mills Lane, boy.
I utilized it a good bit, man, because I was real good at jabbing people, and I was just thinking of her as if she was a boxer. You keep these people in front of you, and you got to utilize what you have. And she has the size and she has the strength to keep these people from running from her, but she's not using it, and they get away from her, and then she coming, man, and she's like a big old truck, man. You see that big tractor trailer coming at you, man. You have time to get out of the way. You're gonna get out of the way. So yeah, she that just, and I don't know, that just like
wait a minute, hold on. What you about to say, man? Because I see it on your face.
When you bring up she's like a truck, I'm like, yeah. Okay, okay. If you talk about Nia Jax, yeah, but Frankie Monet, yeah, she pack on some.
She's like a pickup, man. Put it that way. And Nia Jax is a
that.
Yo, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
She's a train, man. So,
Oh no! Oh, we went from a 18-wheeler to a pickup to a train.
Hey,
dude.
Hey, I'm not saying these women, man, I actually like, have nothing against Frankie Monet's shape and anything like that. I think she's a pretty nice looking woman. It's just, man, it just so much shows, and it seems like she's not really out of shape, but it seems like she's out of shape in this match. And it could be, like I said, it's the style, man. The style matchup is just bad. It's just like, But I don't know, man. It still didn't bring the showdown, man. NXT, it still was a good show. So it did not bring the showdown at all, man. Actually, I can't really say it took away from this match. So overall, it was a good match. So I give it, like I said, I'll go ahead and give it a 3 with you guys. Then you had who is this? What is this guy's name, man? This Bivens guy. Okay, and this, Bivens and Bivens, and he had Roderick Strong out there with him. They had their segment. What is this guy's name?
The Diamond Mine.
Yeah, Diamond Mine. But what Diamond Mine? What is the guy who's their manager? What is his name?
Michael? I know you're talking about. I forgot what name, but his name is Stokely. He used to be a manager for Ring of Honor back in the days.
Yeah, okay, that's his real name. But but they're calling him Bivens something. They call him Michael Bivens or something like that. But his name is it sounds like Bivens from New Edition.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to ignore this guy's name, man. Every time they say his name, I'm just like, because all I'm thinking about is Michael Bivens from New Edition, Chris. So I'm like, man, it's like, who is this guy, man? And yeah, I'm not surprised he was from Ring of Honor. But we don't really have to talk about that segment because it was just a small segment, and then they talked to Bivens a little bit. They talked to Roderick Strong and Bivens, and pretty much talking about the Diamond Mine. It's top notch, man, and they can destroy anybody they want to and stuff like that. So if you guys want to speak on that, you definitely can. Or we can just move on.
Let's keep it moving because
it
was what it was.
Okay, next thing, because like I said, I don't have much time left on this thing, man. I don't have my power cord with me. But Walter,
come on, man.
And hey, it is what it is, man. Walter and Dragunov. Well, Walter versus what's the guy's name? That's one we already talked about.
That. Yeah, that's gonna be at 36.
Yeah, because that's what they're talking about next. But okay, the next match, man, was Imperium versus Hit Row.
I love Hit Row. And I love Imperium. 2 different style tag team. Top Dollar, the powerhouse member of the group. It fit well. With these guys. 2 different styles, old school. You got the speed, you got the powerhouse, both sides. What made it so great is they tell a good story. And they're feuding with each other a little bit until oh Lord, the
come on, get your life straight because you selling and I sure the hell ain't buying.
Phantasmo comes in and interfered the match and caused Hit Row the match, and Imperium took the win. So pretty much, the Hit Row got stumped out by the group. I don't know, my mind just went blank.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. It ended with the interference, but Hit Row came back to defend him off with the chair.
Yeah.
So pretty much they're still feuding with each other. They're still feuding. But Imperium, they got something to prove because they try going for the tag team titles. Because remember the promo, they call out each and every tag team, including MSK, and they want to protect the purity of the sport of pro wrestling.
Right.
And that's the whole story. And Hit Row's one of them, and they're gonna take another tag team.
Okay, Chris, what you thought about it?
Come on, it was a good tag team match. Now you gotta admit that one.
Come on, Chris, man, tell me, man, what you think, man? Come on, man.
Imperium look good. Let's keep it moving.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, one question. Do you like Hit Row?
No.
Okay, the sequel. Why?
They garbage, man. Only person that's worth a damn is Swerve. Where's the lie?
They got potential. The only person we see is the chick.
I got potential to become the next president of the United States. Do you think I'm gonna do it?
Well, Donald Trump made it, so hey, anybody can be president.
Hey, look.
Hey, oh, now see. Okay. Anyway,
All right.
see, man. Oh my God.
Okay, we're not gonna get into politics on this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and
Yeah, man. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to be fair and objective as I possibly can be.
Mhm.
Even though I do not like them, the way they packaged them and the way they branded them, they are a joke. And that right there alone has killed it for me. You come out rapping for a time filler on a show, and you basically brought down the whole show from your segment. And then you still coming out, you got a big man, it has like 12 moves, maybe. I mean, and then you really hadn't seen the female do nothing. She might have had 2 or 3 matches. So, like I said, Swerve is the best one. He's the money. Swerve is the money out the whole group.
yeah. Well, man. Okay, look.
Am I lying?
I mean, me, you, and Michael already talked about this. I mean,
Okay.
You know, we didn't really care for him. But like I said, I'm gonna be fair about it. I thought this match was a good match. Imperium, man, I like what they're doing. You know, look like the New Breed to me. You remember New Breed, Chris? Look like New Breed to me. Chris Champion or something like that. But I'm like, man, this is like New Breed. But I was impressed with Imperium. I like their message, what they're talking about, man. You know, keeping the purity in tag team wrestling, or keeping it in wrestling, all in general. But man, I was impressed with Hit Row, man, especially that Adonis guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
oh my God.
Chris, you gotta give him credit, man. Man, Adonis, man, he was. He did some things, man, in there. I mean, he was impressive. You know, not just his his athleticism, man. He was just this guy, man. He reversed out of a lot of things, man. He he reversed a lot of moves, man. And you like saying he's physical. So it's and the big guy, man. What's his name? Top Dollar.
Yeah.
The Top Dollar, man. He got the skill too, man. You know, he came in. You know, he showed what he did. So
I ain't drunk enough for this, but hold on. I need another.
He got power. So
he can move.
Chris, come on, Chris, man.
Like, okay, I'm gonna say this.
Actually better than what I thought they were. Okay.
Yes.
But man, I was very, I like Fabian and Marcel, man, of Imperium. They very good wrestlers, man. Especially, I mean, great mat technicians, man, and everything.
Like I said, Imperium looked good.
Yes, they did. But man,
both look good.
I tell you, man, Hit Row tonight.
You ain't coming back on the show no more, man.
They might embarrass themselves before they got in the ring, man, but they didn't embarrass themselves. I mean, they put on a good show, man. They did what they did work. You know, they did work.
Yeah, I would say this. The Hit Row is much better than Retribution. I will say that. And Top Dog, the way he moved, I haven't seen a big man move like that for a long time. Like, I would put him between Bam Bam Bigelow and Mike Awesome. Between them two. Because the way he moved. Now, I could have said Scott Norris, but that'd be too disrespectful. But they got potential. Give us some time. They got time. If you give them a serious match, then we can say, you know what? They earn my respect. They'll change your mind. I'm gonna give you a prime example. New Day. Remember, New Day was a joke until after a ladder match or TLC match, won a match, and they went for Chicago, and the fans gave them props. It was back in.
I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I'm really trying to remember.
It was a New Day against the Usos and I want to say the Lucha House Party. I
It
remember.
was a triple threat ladder match.
Yes, for the Raw Tag Team title. The Raw Tag Team title, the WWE Tag Team title. It was one of them two. And they went to Chicago, and the fans gave them props.
Wow.
And I remember
check that one out.
Yeah. So back then, New Day was a joke, but they gave them props. Hit Row, they got potential. I understand where you're coming from. You don't like them because they rap and this and that, but the talent, you gotta give them proper talent. If you look past the rapping and stuff, they got potential. Now,
I say this: if that packaging was different, it was just a group of people with a collective mind and a collective goal. We going out and we taking over. We taking all the gold, and they were serious about that thing. You know what I'm saying? Without rapping and we this that trying to be too black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
okay.
I could deal with that. I would like, okay, I can see this because they ain't putting that stereotype on. And
Gotcha.
that's what killed it for me. When they just, yo, we out here making albums and all that. What?
You know what? I see.
And I can't get over that.
I see you talking about now because
I can't get over that.
I see what you're talking about because when you bring up stereotype, I'm thinking about Crime Time. I think about Crime Time and RIP to Shade. Crime Time, Mexico. I mean everything else, but when you think about Swerve, even the promo package, and of course he's a music. He loves music, and plus he got dope music. I mean, this Spotify. It makes sense that is part of his universe, and you bring his crew along. It make a perfect package. Now, if they didn't do rapping and they come out like, okay, something straight up from Def Jam Vendetta, cool. I can't rock with that because, okay, I can see them. But when they start rapping everything else, it's like, okay, sometimes rap and wrestling don't gel together, but I can pass through that.
But if that's something that they actually do, that so Swerve, you say he actually he has music out.
Yes, he's him. Maybe he's the only one. Him, Leo Rush, and Enzo, aka Real One. All three of them got music together, and Swerve can rap. Yeah,
I had no idea.
Enzo.
Yeah, he got a track. He is out on World Star Hip Hop. This is his third song so far. I'm not lying.
Yeah,
he's on World Star Hip Hop.
I still say to this day, and y'all gonna laugh at me. John Cena got the best album out there out of any wrestler.
And see, Chris, when you
out of any wrestler, John Cena.
When you first brought that to me, Chris, and
ain't better much man album.
And I was like, man, it's not that it was a bad album. I thought he was pretty good. I was like, man, this is pretty good. But I thought, kind of like the way you tripping on, this thing.
Yeah.
Right now, because I'm like, man, this guy's a wrestler, man. He's up there rapping and things like that. So I'm just like, man.
But here's the thing: he can actually flow.
Yeah, but another thing too, and I think wrestling kind of kept that album back, even though the album did go platinum, man. But that's because of his wrestling, because of Universal, because his universal fans in wrestling, man. That's the reason why it went platinum. But I think it deserved a little bit more respect because it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and yeah, he got some skills, man. He has some skills. So I don't know, man. But now that I know that Swerve and all them, they actually do music. I don't have it still bothers me a little bit, but I just thought it was a gimmick, man. I thought they would just put it was a put on that they was into music like that. So and I'm like, they just basically out there trying to show what's actually, people do what hey, we do this in the clubs and all that, and you know, running a little stereotypical thing. So, like I said, it changed my perspective. So I'm glad you brought that to us. So appreciate it.
But I still feel how I feel about it, man.
Hey.
I just can't get over it, man.
But I want to get back to this Bam Bam Bigelow. You said a cross between Bam Bam and who?
Mike Awesome, because
Okay.
he got the size and the speed, and that's what remind me of, because like it's been a long time since I moved like that. And I was throwing Keith Lee. He can move too, but he had to adjust it because he want to have longevity. His interview last year with NXT. But Top Dollar, he got potential. He can move. He got quick. He got speed.
I agree he has potential, man. But like I said, it just, when you said Bam Bam Bigelow, man, that just dropped it for me, man. I was just like, you know, Mike too. It just, you know, I'm just like, okay, man, he has a ways to go before he gets there. But hey,
Not like championship wise, but like ability wise. That's what I meant. Like that way, the style. But not like, oh, he could be like the big. No, like Bronson Reed. That's a different story. But we'll get to him later.
Okay. All right. So what you give the match, Hill? Since you enjoyed it so much, I mean, since you know,
I would give it 4. Old school speed and powerhouse tag team style, like the '90s. Old school, something you see in Ring of Honor, Air Rails. Old school, simple. You get a storyline with other faction. I gave it 4.
Okay, I gave it a 3.5. What, Chris? 3? Okay, I'm shocked. I thought Chris was gonna say 0.5. One guy.
I only give it a 3 because of appearing.
Okay. Well,
like I said, I still ain't impressed, man.
Okay, 3.5 from the Straight Up Wrestling Show. And I agree with Hill, man. Just Top Dollar guy. You know, he has potential. And Adonis, man, he's pretty good. I mean, doesn't mean that I'm gonna actually enjoy the whole Hill. The whole Hit Squad thing. Like I say, next week when I see him or whatever, I probably feel the same way when they come out. But like I say, I wasn't mad at him after this match, man. So hey, it is what it is, man. Like I say, you know, they impressed me. So like I say, I haven't seen a female do anything yet, but maybe we'll see that soon. Okay. Let's go to Johnny Gargano. Okay, yeah, when he was with those girls, and they were talking about Dexter, man. Who is this? What's the woman's name who said if Dexter beats you, then Dexter gets me, or something like that? What is the black-headed girl? What is her name?
I forget her name, man, but it's the whole segment, man. Reminds me of if Johnny and his wife, what's her name? What's Johnny's wife's name here? I forget her name, but
it's not Tegan Knox.
But she's got the purple hair.
Yeah,
and
my mind went blank.
And it reminds me of as if they were that girl's parents, and she was like, "Dexter's a great guy, Dad. Just give him a chance. We're gonna invite him over for dinner, and you get to meet him." And Johnny's a dad, like, "No, he's a degenerate. He's a punk. He'll never take my daughter." That's what kind of vibe he gave off. That's what. Am I lying? But that's the kind of vibe it gave off.
True. That's true. But like I said last week, man. I mean, a couple shows back, me and you, Michael. This Dexter thing, man. What is this Dexter's last name on this?
Dexter Loomis.
Loomis, yeah, this Dexter Loomis, man. It's a ripoff of Dexter, man, from the TV show Dexter on Showtime. That's what it is.
Actually, I've seen wrestle. His style is from Impact Wrestling. Samuel Shaw. He kept the character rolling with it, and he bring on the NXT to like a higher level.
Okay.
Just a little bit more darker.
Right.
And to be honest, I
He looked
enjoy
like a
it.
white gorilla when he be dragging his hands on him, when he dragging us. That's what he reminds me of, like an albino gorilla,
Oh,
man.
so you say you enjoy it, Hill? I mean,
It's
it's not bad, man. It's I don't hate it. I'm just like, I'm just like amazed at it, man.
And every time I see him when he comes to the ring, I think of Stone Cold. I think of Steve Austin, man. And the reason why that stare,
Okay,
because you
okay,
remember the early years of Stone when he was developing the Stone Cold character,
mhm.
how Stone Cold would just give you that blank stare and just stare your ass down. He wouldn't give you no emotion, nothing. He just and then just jump on you. You remember that right here?
yeah, but hey,
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
his early years when he's developing the Stone Cold character,
Mm-hmm.
he would just look at you and be like, and then just jump on you and do his thing. That's what Dexter reminds me of every time I see him come to the ring. He reminds me of Stone Cold, man. The early years of Stone Cold.
well, we don't ever have to worry about Dexter Loomis becoming a Stone Cold because that
Nah.
never.
No, no.
he won't even
He.
he won't get to the level of a stunning Steve. So
Oh Lord.
he's not gonna get to that level. So
No.
no, no, he won't get to that level, man. No.
Dex. The reason I enjoyed it is like a love story,
Yeah.
and she fall in love with him. Dexter, he fall in love with her, and the separate match, lover or leaver match. It's entertaining. That's all I would say. It's entertaining,
It is entertaining. It is entertaining. And like I said, it's like the daughter trying to get approval from the parents for her boyfriend. And the dad's like, no, he's not good enough for you. And,
Yeah.
That's what it reminds you of.
Okay, man.
they're very protective. I would say that.
Yeah. So that's going to be a good match when it does happen because Johnny, when the lights are bright, he puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah, Johnny, I like him.
I dare go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say it. He's the closest thing we got right now in this generation to a Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna go out there and say it.
The only person come close to Shawn Michaels is Kenny Omega.
So you saying Johnny Gargano don't even come close? You tell me Johnny Gargano don't come close.
I would. He's okay. He's kind of like if I would go out on a limb to say this, he's kind of like Chris Paul of NXT. No, I take it back. No, he's not. He's kind of like Kyrie Irving of NXT. Because, yes, he's the face of NXT, but does he have a memorable championship reign except for the NXT North American title? He only held a title for a long time. And he's an NXT champion. He defended one time and he lost it. His title reign is a blur. The only thing that's good for him is the way it's him holding the NXT North American title. Now, I take it back. The way, North American title, and him feuding with Tommaso Ciampa. That's three things, and that's it. The rest is like a blur. Now you look at Kenny Omega, you got a whole anthology compared to Shawn Michaels. Them two are close together. I wouldn't put Johnny Gargano next to Shawn Michaels. Not even an avenue. Not even a block. Kenny Omega, next door neighbor.
It depends on, man. It depends on what you talk, what actually the criteria, what you laying down of what is it about titles or is it about?
I put it like this.
Style?
Take titles out the equation.
Yes.
Ring skill.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it about ring skill, style? You know, so if you're saying ring skill, I give it to Gargano. But if you're talking about title wise and potential for more titles and potential as far as even getting bigger in this business, I give it to Omega. But I will go with Chris as far as Gargano, as far as his ring style and his ability, man. It's close. It's close. But I don't see neither one of them as the closest thing to Shawn Michaels. So
that what I mean, you gotta think.
There's
Generation, I can't see nobody that other than them that would even touch or get closer to Shawn Michaels.
yeah,
AJ Styles. I think only person come close to AJ Styles. That's the only person I put in my head. AJ
Ooh,
Styles.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah, that's AJ
Sorry,
Styles.
sorry, I forgot. Oops.
Yeah, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, next door neighbor to Shawn Michaels. If I really want to put Johnny Gargano to somebody else, Owen Hart, next door neighbor.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Okay,
But
I can see that. I can see that.
you have a lot of guys in the business now in this generation of wrestlers that can come close if they actually build up some of these wrestlers and stop trying to make every single body a superstar, because everybody now, they're trying to make sure the public is in tune with everybody, where you can't. It's going to be hard to find a Shawn Michaels. It's going to be hard to find a John Cena. It's going to be hard to find the next Rock. It's going to be hard to find, man, the next Bret Hart. It's going to be hard to find the next Ric Flair. It's going to be hard to find the next Hogan, because everybody, they're lining up. Everybody's getting their shot, and everybody, man, they pushing out there to the public. So, man, we may never see those type of guys again, because they're not giving you room to breathe as far as who's the next superstar. I mean, who's really a star, because you just can't throw everybody out there and say, okay, this person's a superstar, and everybody just jumping on the mic. Because back in the day, man, everybody didn't jump on the mic. You had 3, 4, main people and maybe a tag team or two, man, that was really good that jumped on the mic. And you had these preliminary people that came out there and did a match and didn't say anything and just went to the back. And they might have been good and they might have been known, but that's what they were, and everybody was intrigued by them. But now, man, it's just everybody, man. You got to know their personality. You got to know who they are, and just it's crazy, and it's in every promotion. Every promotion they pushing these people out here, and even in, like, say, APW, Chris, everybody, man, they pushed out there like they was some star, man, and everybody had something to say. Everybody was on the microphone. Man, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I mean, man, back in the day, man, hey, I wanted to hear Sting. I didn't want to hear what maybe Scott Norton every now and then, but Scott Norton lost a lot, man. He's a mid-card. I didn't really want to hear Scott Norton. But now if I was looking at New Japan, I mean, when he was over in Japan, now Scott Norton was dominating over there. Of course I want to hear him. But like I say, in the United States, man, when he's in WCW, I didn't want to hear him. I really didn't even want to hear X-Pac when, I mean, what was he, 6 or X-Pac in WCW?
He was 6, yeah.
I didn't want to hear 6. Only reason I went ahead and thought he was mic worthy is because he was with Hall and Nash. But he wasn't a star, man. I mean, so like say Billy Kidman. That man wasn't a star, man. I didn't want to hear him and Alex. What's that?
Alex Wright.
Alex Wright.
Him and Alex Wright, man. They bringing these guys out as stars, man. I want to hear Scott Steiner and people like that. But if you go back, man, before, like, say, WCW started doing that, and WWE, because WWE all the way back to the WWF days were calling everybody superstars. But like I was telling Chris earlier, man, if you go back and you look at all these guys when they was coming up through the ranks, most of the guys that went there, they really were superstars in the territories they came from. WWF had a whole bunch of superstars, man, but in WCW, man, you only got to hear the top guys. You got to hear Magnum TA on the mic. You got to hear Ric Flair on the mic. You got to hear Sting, Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors, Barbarian, people like that, Warlord. Those guys shared the mic.
Barbarian didn't talk.
Well, Barbarian, he got out there and talked. When he first came in, man, he got out there and he spoke about the Road Warriors. He said these guys was in a biker gang with me, and hey, I come here to chase these guys. After that, man, they got him to where Gary Hart became his manager, and it was like, they act like he couldn't talk, man, but he could talk. So, but I'm saying that was later on after
yeah.
When you got in there, you really didn't see him, but yeah, he used to be a talker, man. But we're gonna go past that, man. We're gonna hit this last match: Adam Page versus Bronson Reed.
Adam Cole.
I mean, not Adam Page, man. Adam Cole versus Bronson Reed.
Go ahead, Hill. You take this one, man.
Impressive. It was clean. That was the match of the night. And both of them, both of them look strong. Even though my boy Reed lost, they both look strong.
Right.
It gave me that Ring of Honor vibe. Like before AEW took over, they gave me that Ring of Honor vibe. And I think the fans give both of them respect. We see two different styles. Adam Cole pulled out the Panama Sunrise.
Yep.
Reed pulled out all the stop.
The big splash and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I give them big props. They earned the 5-star from me from the rip. And I feel like Adam Cole is slowly getting that turn, that babyface turn, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. But
okay. I say the match was an excellent match, man. I mean, Adam Cole, one of them guys that can literally take a broke mop and make a 5-star match out of it. and he could even take the mop bucket and with the mop make it into a handicap match and make it look like WrestleMania main event worthy. I mean, the dude. He doesn't have a night off, man. He doesn't have a night off because when you've done everything Adam Cole has done in his career, I mean, in the States, overseas, the whole nine, you've gotten to that level. You've got your name out there, and you basically put your name out there with excellence. You yourself will refuse to have less than. And less than covers a lot of stuff because you're gonna have that personal preference, that professional pride. Yeah, that match that was a good match, man. And then we did the Panama Sunrise on Bronson Reed. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm sold.
What'd you give it?
I give it a 10.
Man, we don't have a 10-star, man.
Well, you are tonight. We are tonight.
So you're gonna roll with Hill on a 5-star?
Yes. Times 2.
No, man. No.
What you about to give it?
I can't do that, dog.
What you about to give it?
Man, this match was trash, man.
What? Hell no. Hell no.
Trash, man. Pure trash from the get-go. No, man. I give the match a 4.5 stars, man. I give it 4.5. It was a real good match. Very solid. It was solid from the get-go. I mean, everything was smooth. They worked together well, man.
Well, he look like he about to punch you in your mouth, boy.
Hey, man. You know me. I got to throw a little comedy in there every now and then and stuff like that. And that's the reason I wanted to hear you say, because I knew you was gonna give it a good rating too, Chris. But I had to say no, dog. I can't roll with that. But
he had a heart attack, man.
But yeah, it was a good match, man.
Breathe, man, breathe. It's gonna be okay, Hill.
Yeah,
I know.
Didn't know Riley get involved in this match, man?
At the end of the match, yes.
At the end of the match, yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
what I was thinking. Yeah, he had got.
And I wish they had shown that brainbuster suplex botch whatever that thing was on them steps, because I was like, he didn't take that right.
Right.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, that I was like, oh my god. I'm like, he gonna be hurting in the morning. He gonna be hurting in the morning because that didn't go quite right. But
The
yeah,
biggest, oh,
hmm?
go ahead. I'm
Go
about
ahead,
to say
man.
the biggest takeaway was the fans. If you listen close to the fans, you can hear a little sprinkle of booze towards Kyle O'Reilly, and they
Yeah.
show a little bit support to Adam Cole. I'm like, are we
Right.
seeing a WrestleMania 13 turn on these guys?
Switch. Yes, that's switch.
Because Kyle is one, Adam Cole is one, so they got top it off at Takeover 36 for one last match.
Now, my question is, when is Adam Cole going up to the main roster?
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
you think he's staying?
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I don't know what it is, man, but for some reason it just seemed like it's not saying that he's not ready for that. It's just I think if he actually and it really depends on which one he goes up to the main roster, and like I said, if they put him in Raw if he goes to Raw and he just sticks around there, even if he goes to SmackDown, man, I believe he'll get lost in the shuffle, and I don't think they should put him up right now.
I
But
could see.
I just feel
Now,
that.
I could see this. If AJ Styles was the U.S. champion, I could see Adam and AJ having a long series for that title. And those, I'm trying to tell you, those will be some beautiful matches. You got to think those will be some woo-hoo. Then will be some barn burning matches.
Yeah, but I don't
If
know,
that
man.
was oh hell, oh Lord hell.
No,
Oh,
I'm just
would you? No, I want to heel over there. Got them wheels turning, but them gerbils over there burning up that track.
hey, man, I'm
Thank
just
you.
like,
Adam Cole is a main event player. He's too big for the U.S. title.
But
And
but I'm but if he was on the main roster, you know they ain't going. That's what I'm thinking. If he was on the main roster, he mid Carter. You know that.
yeah,
Even though we know he's greater than, but if he's on the main roster,
he's a mid Carter. That's the way I look at it. That's
yeah,
what
if he's on the main roster,
and he will be lost in the shuffle, man. They will put him in the middle, and he will stick there for a while too.
shit, I mean, damn. As long as fans speak on it, Adam Cole, baby, you know we gonna put Adam Cole to the top. We put Daniel Bryan WrestleMania. We put Kofi Kingston to main event. If Adam Cole be a main roster, we want Adam Cole at WrestleMania main event and give the largest baby chant in history.
okay,
We want that.
okay,
We didn't get a chance to see CM Punk at WrestleMania main event. We not gonna screw up with Adam Cole. When we think about Adam Cole, we think about part of the what's the damn group? Kingdom and Ring of Honor, Bullet Club, goddamn Undisputed Era. He part of 3 historic faction, and
yeah.
you part of the main roster. He better be in a main event gunning for the WWE Championship or the Universal title, or not. All our fans we will shit on WWE.
Okay, let me hypothetically speaking. Then let me ask you this now.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think, if he was on the main roster, and if he was in the main event picture, do you think he would have quality matches against Roman Reigns or Bobby Lashley better so than he would against AJ Styles?
Different style would tell a different story. If you go up against Roman Reigns, I can see at least 3 OMG moments. And Adam Cole, he's a survivor. He can survive through anything. With Bobby Lashley, of course, big guy, muscular, domination. But Adam Cole, he's smart.
Okay.
So with Roman Reigns, on the one slip up, Adam Cole will pull out the Panama Sunrise and hit him with the last shot. At least 3 of them. Bobby Lashley, all you gotta do, outsmart him by any means necessary. So I would put it would be like a 5-star quality match because I've never seen one bad match from Adam Cole in any promotion from Ring of Honor.
So you saying he would have more 5-star matches with them versus him and AJ?
You know AJ Styles will put up 5-star matches. That's a dead giveaway. But
I'm just saying. You think he would be more his? What's what I'm looking for?
His style will mesh better with AJ. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, yeah. So you saying you wouldn't have more memorable moments with AJ, him and AJ versus Bobby and Roman?
Okay, let me break this down. If AJ Styles and Adam Cole fight each other,
if you follow
I get it. If AJ Styles and Adam Cole fight each other, yes, it'd be a 5-star match. But if you put him against Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns, is a storytelling match. It's kind of so like David with Goliath, but on a grounded level. Because these two guys are big, and you never expect a smaller guy like Adam Cole. So we're gonna root for the underdog because he represents us. Because he looked like us, the size, the way he talked, the way he moved, he represent us. Because ain't not too many people like us can represent main event. You gotta think about it. Like, look at the guys, big muscular guy. Steve Austin, he's very heavy built, but he don't look like us. Like CM Punk, he represent us. Edge, he represent us. Even though he lost, but he represent us. The guys who got are more grounded, more or featured. Kofi Kingston, prime example. Even Daniel Bryan, guys like us. We will root for him because he represents us, and we roll with him because he's an underdog, and that'll be a perfect storytelling because he's from the Indies to a main event. We already gave it for AJ Styles, but it's Adam Cole turn to have that moment because he's not a WWE guy. He's one of us. Bobby Lashley, yeah, he's a WWE guy. Roman Reigns, he's a WWE guy. You look at Adam Cole, people go follow suit like, oh shit, I remember him from PWG to Ring of Honor to New Japan to NXT and Rose to Mania. I want to be like him. Nobody can say, oh, I want to be like The Rock. I want to be like John Cena. 9 out of 10, some upcoming wrestlers. Take a look at the guys like John Moxley, CM Punk. Hell, even Nick Gage. Yes, want to be like Nick Gage. It's very relatable. If you relate to somebody, you can roll with them. Even Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I agree with you. That happens, man. You know, that's just like say basketball. That's why Steph Curry. That's how he ended up. You know, besides he's a great player. That's how people can relate to him, man. Because, like I say, he represented the average man, the average person, man. You know, and people say, hey, I can be great too because of what he's doing. So, yeah, you're right, man. So, I don't know, man. You know, it remains to be seen if he goes because I definitely will be rooting for him, and like say, WWE Universe will definitely be rooting for Adam Cole if he goes up there. So, I mean, they probably will have to give him that push. So, hey, we might see it, man. We might see it. But
if he does go, I hope and pray they use him right.
Yeah, I do too.
Because, man, because Lord have mercy, AEW get another feather in their hat, boy. It may be over. It may be over.
That's true. Okay, man. Anything else, Chris? Before we
just want to let our fans know that this is our second show for the night. Like I said, we hanging in here late. We burning midnight oil, and we're gonna be posting this one on YouTube also. So when you get to YouTube, hit like, share, subscribe, and for our man Michael King, who's in the comments. What does he say, Harry?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ring that notification bell so you know when we go live or
Yes.
post any of our videos. So, yeah. Hill, you got anything to say? You honored guest tonight, man. We're glad to have you. What you got to say?
It was fun ride with you guys, and hopefully I'll be back again soon. And I really enjoy myself, and talk about wrestling and give our knowledge with different views, likes, dislikes. But one thing we all got in common is we love pro wrestling, and that's one thing. That's one thing that all of us keep together as a community.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Harry Bernard Taylor with my man Chris Burton,
the People's Podcaster,
and our special guest Hill. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you again here on Facebook and on YouTube. Have a good night, and like our man Michael King always say, Chris,
peace be the journey.
yes.